to tell a bit of the story about the Avatarverse is to get a bit into the mood. Is we play about 60 years after the legend of Korra. Korra is not alive anymore. She has passed away, and nobody knows who the new Avatar is. It is said that the new Avatar will be an Earthbender, which says that we actually starting in Ba Sing Se, as part of the story that I'm gonna tell during these past weeks, or these upcoming weeks even. But to get into character creation, it works like this. Everybody plays a playbook. A playbook is a character, and everybody has their own features, their own type of bending, the way they do stuff, but it's not about all bending, it's also about technology and weapons. So not everybody of the group is a bender.
Per se.
Per se, indeed. So.
Because I believe we all are.
So, what we do first is we choose a playbook to start off with. This will mean that you are that person in the world. So we have, for the core rulebook, we have 10 core playbooks, which are the Adamant, the Bold, the Guardian, the Hammer, the Icon, the Idealist, the Pillar, the Prodigy, the Rogue, and the Successor. Those are the 10 basic playbooks. And you guys actually start off choosing one of them. But this is not everything, because Avatar Legends has a second book called the Wan Shi Tong Guide, which has 4 new playbooks as well. The Destined, the Elder, the Foundling, and the Razor. And you can choose one of those as well. So it's up to you guys to go choose what you want to play tonight.
14 playbooks, crazy!
Yeah, it's a lot.
Game's not even out yet, and it's already 14 playbooks.
Yeah. So, Skoon, we go up first. We have Skoon. Skoon already did some prep work before we actually started, and he's playing Jolong.
SWAT. Teacher's pet. SWAT.
So, tell everybody a bit about your character, Skoon.
Well, I have the playbook The Hammer. The Hammer is kind of a person that likes talking with his fists.
Okay.
He is you could say aggressive negotiations kind of guy.
Okay.
His name is Jaw Long, and he is a firebender. Used to be in the military, so he has the military background, and he can be kind of blunt.
Mm-hmm.
What else do you want me to already tell?
Well, as this is normally you have your characters like in D&D, but in Avatar it's all about balance.
Yeah.
For the Hammer, it is force versus care.
Exactly.
Every playbook starts on 0, just in the middle, just perfectly balanced. Like Thanos always says, everything has to be perfectly balanced. So yeah, that is what Avatar is about. Having the balance, but you can shift your balance up and down every session. It also works with 4 different stats as a player. You have creativity, focus, harmony, and passion. These all depend on the types of fighting techniques, moves, and everything that goes around it. But you also have conditions. You have a few conditions, 5, which is technically not a few, but you have afraid, angry, guilty, insecure, and troubled. All these give either a bonus or a negative to your roll, depending on the situation. And you have the 5 fatigue as well. Once you're fatigued, you're out of combat. It means if you run into a combat situation and you're completely fatigued, you're out of it, you cannot enter the combat anymore. So you're technically knocked out. Yep.
And also with all the conditions checked.
Yep. All conditions checked. So every class, every playbook has a feature. For the hammer, that will be bringing them down.
Yes.
That is your class feature, I guess.
Yeah, every class feature,
Yep.
it helps with creating a bit of the backstory for the character.
Yep.
Mine is bringing them down, as you can see. The hammer has an adversary that did something in his past
Yep.
that he wants to fight. Well, I've chosen General Han, a
Mhm.
general in the Fire Nation army,
Yep.
who is corrupt as crazy.
Yep. Let's see if I can share it.
Found out that he plus some other generals in the army
Mhm.
are corrupt.
Yep.
But especially General Han, he was my general, so I have a personal vendetta with him.
Yep.
And I want to expose him for the fraud he is.
Yep. And he might be in Bossing Say, he might not be in Bossing Say. That's all for you to find out. You also have a move, as you can see, Schoon. You choose, you choose a move.
I only chose one. I
Yeah.
see now that I can choose two. So
You
I
can choose two. You can do that once we move on to the moves.
Yeah.
And you have one master technique. So
one.
So the thing with Avatar is it's not basically, you do not start with 4 mastered moves. You start with one. One is for your playbook, that one you mastered. But during the game you can go to teachers like, for example, Bolin or Mako, and they can teach you how to use a move. And learning you to master that move as being a pupil of those characters. But every move has its different types. You have advanced and attack, and you have defense and evasion and defense and everything around it. It's not basically you roll a d20 like in D&D, then you check this and that. No, with this game is you roll a 2d6, and everything you think of, you can do it. So, for example, if I'm a earthbender, I can just say, I'm throwing rocks at you. For example, I make a big boulder, throw that at you, and then you can react to that. But that's something we can go into later. But first, we're going to focus on the characters, of course. So, Troy, have you chosen what you've got in mind yet?
Playbook.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've been looking at the successor.
The successor. Let me move to the successor.
I quite like this idea of being twisted between the calls of tradition and maintaining heritage, whilst also trying to keep it modern and trying to modernize and stay with the times.
Okay.
So this balance of tradition versus progress is very interesting. So I quite like to look at a character that has that at their core.
Okay.
Apparently, I hail from a powerful, infamous lineage, one that has an impressive and terrible reputation.
Yeah.
So I have to choose a domain.
Yeah.
And I had thought that I was toying with the idea of having someone who had come from land ownership, so that they have a large sort of holding of fields and mountains and all sorts of stuff.
Okay.
So there's wealth there, but also what goes on in the land as well. So that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
And then the resources because it's such a wealthy family,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll have to fill in these details, but because it's such a wealthy family, one of the reasons why this land is so important is because it holds some obscure or forbidden knowledge. But I don't know what yet, and I don't know how to come out with that. But that's one of the things, and also it generates cold hard cash. It's money. It's being worked. The land is being worked. It generates money, so there's cash there.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was the kind of background. A tainted past, it's called.
Okay.
Moves. I have to say, I love this. It's called Black Koala Sheep. When you behave in a way that shocks and unsettles people from one of your background, roll with creativity to intimidate them or push your luck. So I have no idea what that means, but it sounds awesome. I get an idea that could be quite fun to play. I think that's what I'm going for there. And I get two moves.
And you get
the other one.
You get a mustard as well.
Okay. The other one was walk this way. Whenever you make over disguise or coach your friends to fit in with a specific crowd appropriate to one of your backgrounds, roll with creativity.
Okay.
If it works, then we gain access to wherever we wanted to fit in while attracting little suspicion. Okay. So I love this idea of getting all you guys like pretending that you're butlers or whatever and sneaking into some sort of ball and serving up stuff so we can plan a heist or something like that, you know. So I'm thinking that could be good fun as well. Okay. And now you said something about a mastery?
As the successor you get, just like Skoon has on his character sheet, he has a fighting technique called Overwhelm.
Yep.
For him, that will be throwing a punch with all your weight behind it, and you mark 3 fatigue to actually stun a enemy that you engage.
Pretty expensive move, but still.
It is expensive. For you, that will be break. It is a evade and observe skill. That
nice.
You target a foe's vulnerable equipment, render it useless or broken, possibly inflicting or overcoming a fictionally appropriate status. Example, impaired. So, for break, the successor's playbook advanced technique. You can essentially smash a piece of equipment with the evade and observe stance. No one can stop you. Nobody can stop your use of break, but it can only be used against equipment. And I, as a GM, decide if it breaks or not.
Okay.
So
cool.
That is your advanced technique. But talking about things like creativity, as the successor, you start off with +1 on your creativity, +1 on your focus, -1 on your harmony, and a passion of 0. And with character creation, you can add a +1 to any stat.
Okay.
Yep.
Just once.
I will add 1 to creativity.
Okay. So you have a +2 on creativity. That is the highest you can go on creativity.
Okay.
Then you have your demeanor as well that you can choose from.
I mean, I'm quite tempted by Oblivious, but that would just be playing myself, so I don't think that would be such a good thing.
It cuts too close to home.
I might go for... I'm definitely not doing Perky, because we play on a Friday night after a week of work. The last thing I'm feeling like is Perky. That's not happening.
Okay.
I think intense. I will take intense. Okay. I could do intense.
Interesting.
Just aggressively perky.
Interesting. As you can see on the screen, you can see that there's also a history. We will get in that once we have everyone done for the start, and your connections. But you also have a moment of balance. Every character has a moment of balance. For the successor, the moment of balance is that you may never escape the legacy of your family. But balance allows you to learn from them without defining yourself in their image. You call upon a resource of your family to innovate a new solution to an intractable problem, never forgetting who you are in the face of incredibly danger. So with the moment of balance, you tell me how you knock down obstacles that seem impossible to overcome and save the day. So that is your moment of balance. Every character has that.
Yep.
Okay.
So, Lloyd.
So, the one I'm looking at is the Idealist.
The Idealist.
So what I'd been thinking, because we were starting around like the Earth Kingdom with like Ba Sing Se. I was thinking sort of the most infamous part of like Ba Sing Se is when you had like the Dai Li, which are basically a special corps of like Earthbenders who kind of got a bit too big for their boots.
Yep.
And what I was thinking is basically if you had a situation of like who watches the Watchmen, so like they trained like a small corps of people that are basically like anti-benders, like chi blockers and whatever, who would be able to take them out, like to basically handle benders or like non-bending people that basically would try and disturb, like basically would prove to be too much of a risk. Which kind of I would imagine like led to like a lot of like bad stuff going down in like the service of like duty and the ideals of like the kingdom. So that's why I was kind of thinking of the thing of like he's an idealist, where that's sort of like his tragic past that he's trying to make up for by sort of righting the wrongs and trying to like sort of aspire to like rather than being like balance through force, but like still having that training and stuff, by trying to find like a better way of sort of keeping that balance between benders and non-benders, rather than just relying on an avatar or someone else to sort of save the day.
Okay. So as the idealist, you have your balance is actually forgiveness and action. You base your balance of that. Those are your principles. As a starting stat, you start off with a creativity of 0, a focus of -1, a harmony of +1, and a passion of +1. You can add a +1 to any stat.
Cool. I will have a look at the moves. I'll probably I'll probably push harmony up 1 point.
Okay. +2 on harmony then. Okay, cool. And then you choose your demeanor as well.
Demeanor, I'm trying maybe like lonely. Because I think he's sort of like, I'm thinking this might be like very close to like his like moment of balance, where it's sort of all sort of turned.
Okay, cool. So as your moment of balance, the pain of the world can be overwhelming, but balance brings peace. You bring everything around you to a stop. Villains, arguments, disasters, and set the world right. With that, you tell me, as the GM, how you compensate actions. My English is not that great. Tell the GM how you compassionate actions and end a conflict utterly and completely. So with that, you actually, you try to stop whatever happens. And that's basically the idealist. Decided on what to do and what go to.
Nip.
Yes.
She says with full confidence.
Just go for it. We can tweak it before next week if we need to.
Yeah.
No, I think I'm gonna go with the Foundling. I think that's the one I'm gonna go for.
Okay, that is from the one Chi Tong book. Let me go and see if I can find it. The Foundling. Okay. So your principles are unity versus heritage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've not got that far, to be fair. But I've already chosen my demeanor friendly. Because I want to try and do this like friendly character that gets along with everyone, and just kind of chirpy. The Foundling was the best one that kind of went to it.
Okay.
So it could be really chirpy, but have this inner fight or whatever. The double heritage, which I still need to figure out. But yeah, I was just reading through the moves for that one.
Oh, apparently you could already be like a lava bender or a something like that because 2 heritages.
Yeah.
2 trainings.
That's what I need to think about. What it is. Obviously, I want to be a waterbender. So it's just the other one and how that will tie in to what I want. I mean, I have a name. I'm now Ada of the Polar War tribe. So
okay, cool.
I've got the full name. But yeah, I think it's coming along. Like the moves. Empty your mind sounds very cool. But I think one of them is going to be things in common because I do want to be this friendly kind of person. So things in common is definitely one of them. Yeah. I think I'll have to type that in. But yeah, things in common is definitely one. It's just which of the others kind of make a bit more sense because I'm not gonna go. I don't want martial sensitive because I'm not building as a fighter. It is a friendly person. Everybody's chum that I'm trying to go for. I don't know how well it'll turn out, but I'm trying. But that's where building bridges might come into it.
Okay, cool.
Just to be the friendly go-between. The same as like with the things in common, just making everyone feel at ease and that kind of stuff. So yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
We can fine tune it.
Yeah. It is. I think this just a quick read of them. They're the ones I'm ideally gonna go for first. I think the hardest part is gonna be the heritage. And the cultural bond and everything because I've got a big 2 and I've got 2 mastered techniques instead of the 1, so I've got to think of all them and I'll have to figure out what the mastered techniques are.
Yeah.
Okay, so you start off with a +1 on creativity. -1 on focus, +1 on harmony, and a 0 on passion.
No, that's not +1 on harmony, the 0 in passion. Okay. But we can still add 1.
Yeah,
you
can still add 1. Yeah.
So I think for me, I do want passion in there. So I'm gonna do the +1 to the passion.
Okay, cool.
I think that'll work with being friendly.
Cool. I think this is the right moment to take a break, so I can sort out my potato. So we left off with Minerva on the character creation.
Yes. Yeah, it was just like I did the moves. I've included the fighting technique from the Foundling, which is Feel the Flow.
Okay.
I have also chosen my background.
Cool.
Which is where is it? Wilderness.
Okay.
So I've already chosen my demeanor as friendly.
Yeah.
It's just the heritage, which I think is going to take a little bit longer to decide. Like, what other heritage, what other background and culture I am part of. Obviously, being a waterbender, I already have that heritage and stuff. So it's just the other one, and then whatever technique.
Okay.
I need to find that list of techniques that you can choose from, if there is one.
There's one in the book.
Yeah, there are techniques on the last pages. But let's continue with the, of course, with the character creation. We have a few questions. So we go to Skoon first. Your history questions.
My history questions. Yeah, I will open the. I have them copied here. My history questions.
So,
what injustice has driven you to use your strength for good? Well, I kind of already said that. I found out my general is very corrupt. He and some other generals in the Fire Nation army need to be exposed.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the reason why I use my strength for good, because I don't want to be part of a military or an army that has corrupt generals that only do it for their own glory and money.
Okay. So who represents the kind of positive strength and force you want to be embody?
Well, of course, since I am from the Fire Nation army, we all heard the story of Fire Lord Zuko during his exile.
Of course.
And that inspired me. That's so much that I want to be like Zuko in his story of change.
Okay, interesting. Who tried their best to teach you restraint, calm, and thoughtfulness?
Yeah, I had a little bit trouble with that one, so I left it open for now.
Okay.
Because I didn't really know who to put in.
Maybe one of the older players.
Yeah, that's why I was.
Let's keep that one open for now. Yeah, let's keep that one over for now. So, what fragile trinket or heirloom do you keep and protect?
That's also one of the things I left open. But I am thinking of something that I had from the military. But I'm still thinking of what exactly. Okay.
So why
the commitment to the group also is still open?
Is that still open?
I first need to know the group, what kind of character they have before I can really fill that in.
Okay, so
if you had an heirloom, idea, maybe because your character like aspires to be like Zuko.
Yeah,
like maybe because the guy who's this corrupt general must have like been at least quite high up and prominent to sort of have like such a big impact. So maybe you got like something like maybe like a sword, like they have like cavalry sabers or whatever that they give out to like fancy people. That like was, I don't know, maybe it was like a handed down from Fire Lord Zuko, and you stole it to have like you need it to live up to its legacy rather than be like held by like some unclean person like that general.
Yeah,
I have an idea, but Margin needs to needs to tell me if I'm allowed. Remember the dagger Zuko got from Iroh?
That's been a while.
From Boss XA?
That's been a while.
It's been a while, but what if General Han got that somehow, and I stole it from Han? And
it works.
Yeah. You know what? I'll allow it.
You would allow it?
Yeah.
So,
wielded by someone worthy.
Yeah.
Dagger.
Okay. Then we have. Remind me what you were playing. Okay, so Cry. Which playbook were you going for again?
I am going for the successor. So my first question in history is, who is the current head of your lineage? How do you love and frustrate each other? Technically, that's like 2 questions, possibly even 3.
Yeah.
My head is my older sister. Okay. And she is considerably older than I am.
Okay. What is her name?
Her name is Galliope.
Okay, I cannot type that. It's I'll see if I can give you the option to craft the NPCs yourself.
What you should do is you should type it, and that's her actual name.
Yeah, just type it in the chat. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll type it in chat.
Gallipo.
Caligula.
Yeah.
I will type it in chat. Let's see, Galliope. There we go. That'll do.
Okay. And she is your sister. Okay. Let me add that one to the NPC list then. There we go. And your name will be. You can fill that in yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to think on that.
Okay.
I don't. I have some ideas that sound suitably earthy and prestigious.
Yeah.
My sister definitely treats me in a way that suggests that she's quite maternal and looks after me, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's just totally unnecessary. Just cut it out. Just stop with that already. I'm capable of looking after myself.
Stop smothering me. Something like that, right?
Yeah. So yeah, that happens. What close member of your lineage wants to revolutionize it? There's an uncle, and he's a bit pissed off that he didn't get left the charge of the company. He's he doesn't have the control of the lineage. He's feeling like he's been left out and stiffed. So he's kind of got this modernization agenda. And you're gonna ask me his name as well, are you?
Yeah. Gotta craft NPCs for the world, so yeah.
Powered by the apocalypse.
Yeah.
Where the players create the NPCs.
I'm gonna call him Flinder.
Flinder?
I don't know if that's his real name or his nickname, but that's his name. Uncle Flinder.
With a V or an F?
Oh, Flinder. No, I think an F. Flinder.
Flinder, okay.
F it. Too bad, because if it was with a V, then it's the Dutch word for butterfly.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Oh, that's too good, isn't it? We'll take that then. Go on. If there's actually something we can have with that, I think that's.
That's the thing. It could be written V, but it's actually pronounced F.
Pronounced an F.
Okay.
Yeah. There we go. I like it.
Or a PH.
It's like it's
or
the
PH,
same way you would pronounce my name when you guys read it. You would say, go on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Skunne.
Okay.
What do you carry that reminds you of the place most associated with your lineage? I've got a sickle, a small sickle. It's been used to harvest the land, which was the first kind of farming background that got the land associated, the power of the fruit of the land that is brought in on crates that power the lineage there. So yeah, sickle.
Okay.
What part of your lineage's identity is the most important and valuable to your person? I think I would like this to be something tweaked into the obscure and forbidden knowledge that's the lineage resource.
Okay.
I think while the older sister is off running the business and making it all profitable and doing all the thing, I'm off like in some old part of the estate in a cave or something. There's a thing, I don't know what yet, but if I'm not sure what we can have, but it's that part of it. There's something there, some sort of forbidden knowledge or something that allows us to maintain some of our power.
Okay.
Maybe something of the Dai Li.
Could be.
Remind me?
The Dai Li were the Earthbenders in Ba Sing Se. They're
like secret police.
Yep.
Okay, I'm seeing Boomy. I can't get past Boomy hanging upside down. Okay, yeah.
In the chest, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going yet. It's not time. I'll wait until it's time. I don't. Yeah, that'd be cool. So something like that gives some sort of power. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, cool.
And then, why are you committed to this group or purpose?
Let's keep that question as part of the when we have everyone done.
Okay.
So Lloyd.
Okay, so I was having to think about like the moment of balance. So for the way that ties in with the history, is I think I was thinking because the Dai Li, like they tended to pair people up, so him with like another character, and I was thinking that maybe they've been like, because they're not exactly the nicest of people, they're basically sent out to like hunt down some activists, and they turn out to be these like poor starving people that are just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Okay.
And I think that's kind of where he has his like crisis of conscience, and then so the way that was kind of trying to sort of tie it together was so the compassion act that kind of ends the conflict, and to tie in with the other bits of the playbook, where basically you suffer horribly for your principles and then people like you for it.
Okay.
Is that he buys him time to escape.
Okay.
But at the same time, because they have that kind of like sort of pseudo brainwash kind of secret police thing going on, that like he doesn't want to, he won't raise a hand against his, I guess, brother in this sort of sense.
Okay.
So basically, he just takes it and like basically just stands his ground long enough for them to get away. So he kind of gets beaten quite badly. But then, the tragedy is that like obviously the person that he cared a lot about didn't actually care about him at all in return, as kind of, which kind of revealed the whole two-faced nature of the whole sort of organization to him, I think.
Okay.
He was sort of sold in a dream that didn't really exist.
Yeah.
So he's now trying to find a new one. And I was thinking, for the people that helped him like get over it and sort of find a new purpose, I'd have to think of something a bit more specific. But I was thinking of like one of the benders that he sort of rescued, maybe became like a mentor.
Okay.
Like after a while, like after he got kicked out or whatever, they sort of recognized him on the street or whatever, and gave him sort of thanks and like somewhere to live and somewhere to work and whatever, sort of get back on his feet.
Okay, and what is this name?
That's the one I need to work out.
Okay.
Just a bit more specifics.
Okay.
But basically, the only thing I'm missing is like a name and like what kind of person they were.
Cool.
For the thing that he keeps on him, I think he keeps like his like Dai Li, whatever their sort of like badge or symbol, just as a reminder of what he was and like what he doesn't want to be again.
Okay. Cool.
And Crow, expect this also in Pig Smoke. You have to think of a lot of names for characters and NPCs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm here for it. I love it.
Same system, so.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. So, we keep the last question open for now, and we move on to Minerva.
She's like, oh shit.
Yes?
Yes. So, how and when did you learn about your second heritage?
I think for my character that probably would have been a little bit later on.
Okay.
So it wouldn't have been from the get-go.
You are allowed to say not yet.
You?
Oh no, definitely know it. The second heritage, and it's been worked at to try and merge and learn everything, because trying to feel like I'm kind of catching up. I don't actually know how my character is. I haven't thought that far ahead. But I would say probably I've known for about 4 years.
Okay.
The second heritage, so it's like they've only known for 4 years, so they're catching up on a lot that they've missed. So we've learned majority of the waterbending and got that down. But anything else in the new heritage, they're just literally trying to catch up and merge it, and this is where it comes in that they're struggling with the second heritage of who they are, kind of thing.
Okay, cool. And who in your family insists you to focus on upholding the family heritage?
Which one? Which is that for both the heritages, or
just to well, it's up to you.
One, I would say.
I think the first one,
that's
yeah.
the first one.
Yeah, let's go for the first one.
The first one. Oh, my first heritage.
Yeah.
So, my main heritage, first heritage would be waterbending. So that would more likely be my mother.
Okay, cool. You can
Yeah, I think
you
that would
can
be
you
the
can
one.
decide you can decide on a name later. I'll just put this in as that being a major. Oh, I should turn that into an NPC, not a player character. Okay, cool. So, who helped you through your grief? What did they teach you?
Grief.
You bent my tears.
Grief. Oh, you helped me understand.
Because as the I'm not even in the wrong one. I'm not even in the right one. Oopsie.
Foundling.
Yeah. Okay.
So who helped you
Yeah.
understand what your two trainings helped you understand that your two trainings can complement each other?
Yeah.
Think because I've changed it now to I'm part of like a wandering water tribe.
Okay.
I think that would be also ties into how I found out about my heritage.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. I think that would just be like maybe nomad.
Nomad.
That was
Okay.
picked up along the way. Because obviously we're still being the friendly person that I am, and learning to be nice to each other. Obviously, I've spoken to this person, and I would imagine like they've seen what I'm doing, what I'm learning, and then helped me like merge them. Kind of like an Uncle Iroh, but not Uncle Iroh.
Okay.
You get what I mean?
Okay. Okay.
He's like, oh, but you know, you can do this if you do this stance while you're doing that. That kind of person.
Okay. Cool. Okay. And what detail of your clothing or visible trinket reveals you belong to two cultures?
Let me get a picture up. In my picture, and I don't think I will go with that, is the braids I've got.
Yeah.
Is the different colored beads to go with the two sides of the story.
Okay.
I don't know, like, does it need to? I don't know if it needs to be more than that. Because it's just something that's visible. That's like just putting that little bit of something to.
There we
go with it.
Okay.
So it's like it's very specific in the way, because like them braids are different color to the rest of my hair, and that's purposeful. And the beads and any, like if I put any ribbons or any intricacies into them, it'll be one each for each of the heritage.
Okay.
Such a great opportunity to get the hair loopies.
So like one will be all the blues and everything for the water tribe, and then I am leaning towards fire tribe on the other side of the heritage, but I need to think about that more. So in that sort of example, it would be like the reds and the oranges on the other side.
Okay, cool.
It's very it will look very distinct. That they are two separate things. It's not something that a water tribe would normally wear.
Okay, cool. Okay, and then we're going towards the last question, as we have done everyone. Explain me why you are committed to this. Oh, let me first explain why you're all in Bossing Say, because that makes the story a bit better. You're all there because the World Championships of the Pro Bending Tournament are taking place in Bossing Say. And that's one of the reasons for Schoon. It is that he heard stories about General Han roaming the streets of Bossing Say. Wanted to take over like the military and everything. So that's mostly why Jaw is there. We have... do you have decided on a name yet, Croy? Or have you not decided yet?
Call me Land, because call me Land just now. Just call me Land just now. That'll do just now.
Yeah, fill it in in the character sheet. You can change it yourself.
Yeah. Okay.
And you, as being part of the outskirts of Bossing Say, I guess, as your family. You know, it's a big tournament coming up, and everybody loves pro bending, of course. Because your favorite team, I guess, are the Badgermoles or the Fire Ferrets, because they are actually playing the finals.
The Vegemoles, they sound like they could be Earthbenders.
Good. But you also heard the stories that the legendary Bolin is actually with his own team there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. He's still alive.
He's still alive. Bolin is actually the team owner of the Fire Ferrets. And his daughter is actually the team captain.
All right.
And of course, Mako is there as well. Somewhere in Bossing Say.
Okay.
As being the right hand of, I think it was Prince Wu. That is, that he was called King Wu. Yeah. Well, technically not even king anymore, President Wu. Because they all moved from the kingdom away from the titles of king and everything around.
Oh yeah, they turned it into a
a second republic city.
They stopped being a monarchy and decided to become a democracy.
Yep. Spoilers, by the way, Corey.
Don't worry about it. I've got 30 episodes to catch up on. I'm almost there. I can do it.
Okay. So Baku. Tell me why you are in the city.
I think it's because like this is where this is like his roots. This is where he sort of grew up.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's probably not like gone too far. If I could think of a character name, I should have given the character like a name. Like maybe it's like he's gone out with his mentor for like this, like maybe so maybe he has like stopped back into the city like to visit, and he's like going on a day out with his mentor.
Okay, cool.
Character, maybe they gotta go see the sports as well, maybe.
Okay.
To give him a reason to attend.
Yeah. And Ara, why? Tell me why you are in Bossing Say.
I think we've been Basing Say as a wandering tribe. We would have heard about all the commotion and visitors, and would have probably made our way across to see about trades. And obviously, I really wanted to go because I've been told it's amazing. So yeah, I think that's why our tribe would be there, and I would be looking for a way to sneak in and have a look.
Okay, cool. And now we are going to come to the question is why, let me open this. Why you committed to this group of purpose? Because you've already met along the way, like in going towards the arena and everything. So you have seen each other, but we'll start off not knowing each other. So we'll save that for session 1. That question, because that works way better for the story as well. Because I don't want to have this basic D&D story where you all meet in an inn.
Oh, no tavern.
No tavern. Well, there is actually of course, there is the Fancy Lady Day Spa that is still active in the city. And there's the Pau's tea shop as well. And if you see Botsing Say, it used to be like there used to be like a monorail, just like moving around the city. But that monorail actually extended towards cities such as Republic City, because they're all connected to each other as one union nowadays. And of course, the zoo is there still. Being from Botsing Say, you know about the zoo that Aang actually used to help build as well. So there's a monument to Aang as well. But there in Botsing Say, if you go to the upper ring, there's a giant statue of Korra being built. And flags all over the place, and it's just a big festival going on.
Is it Avatar Day?
It is not Avatar Day yet, because the finals haven't started yet. And everybody knows that, of course, Korra is one of the legendary fire ferrets, together with Mako and Bolin. So that's why Mako and Bolin are actually in the city as well. Just to celebrate Korra or being the Avatar for about 60 more years than everybody thought that she would be. After what happened with Kuvera and, of course, with, what was his name again? Amon.
Amon.
And, of course, the Red Lotus and everything.
The Black Lotus.
Black Lotus? Yeah, Black Lotus. Yeah.
Iroh from the White Lotus, and they were the Black Lotus.
Yeah, so it's all festivals and everything going on in the city. And the pro bending arena, you can see it all in the distance. It's very big. It's actually located at Lake Lagoy. Laogai. I'm not very good with pronouncing. It's actually, it's built on the water to let people see that, of course, Korra is from the water tribes, and that's why they built it in the water as part of that. So we can start off with a bit of a pre-session 1, I guess, to introduce the characters more in a roleplay base. So, off to you guys.
Just a quick note, I did come up with a name for the mentor.
Okay.
His name is Kenshin, and he's like a really old firebender who lives in the poor part, one of the poorer quarters of Ba Sing Se.
Okay.
And he is also a massive Badgermole fan.
Okay. Let me put a. We'll find out what techniques he has, and we'll sort it out. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I figured out a name for mine. mentor kind of guy as well.
Okay. Let
That's been helping
me.
me.
And if I am correct, let me do this. Now everybody can see at least Kenshin.
You still have the game on pause, so we don't see the
Oh, wait. Sorry.
just FYI.
Okay, now it should work.
I see Kenshin, but Firebender Master is it was only the description you gave?
Yeah, until now. We'll sort that out pre this one. You can see the map now, right?
No, you have to put us in there.
Oh, that.
You have to move us there.
Yeah, if you look at the very top, you'll see at start on the top left.
There we go. There we go. Activated that one.
Nice. Look at that beautiful map. That is a beautiful map.
Football stadium.
Yep. Yeah, it's
how it looks.
It's a very, very big one.
Perks of having metal benders.
Yeah, yeah. Especially with the Beifong family being active in the city, because they helped building it. But to go to Ara's mother's name, because that is of course important. So Minerva, what's the name for your mother?
I think we might have lost Minerva.
Oh no! Oh yeah, she's
She's just very still.
frozen in time with a finger up her mouth.
Tell us to be quiet.
I
Log.
thought that we didn't have time benders here.
I think we lost her, right?
Yeah, she'll drop out in a minute. We'll all jump around in our camera frames and then.
She's already
be
saying
back
it in the Twitch chat.
Yeah. Yep.
Connection issues.
Connection issues. All the issues today. Wonderful.
Yeah, technical streams.
Yeah.
Gotta love them.
Yeah.
So, can we move on to anybody
Yep.
else?
Yeah, we can move on until. Let's get in the story, I guess. All right. So, what are you guys at the moment doing in the city?
But you said that we don't know each other.
You don't know each other yet.
I am going to the pro banding arena because I know that General Han
Yeah.
always tries to scope out new talents for the army to usher them in,
Mm-hmm.
even though if they don't want to, he's like that. So I'm hoping to find him and beat out of him.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Riand.
My sister has told me while I'm there that I have to go to find someone who works in the agrarian zone because of the connection that they have. There's somebody who we've been trying to buy out, and she wants me to go and put an offer in front of this person to basically get their land. She wants this deal done. I'm not the only person that's tried, but they're getting a bit frustrated. There's something that they're trying to do. They're trying to do a deal and it isn't going quite right. So I've been sent in to just kind of oversee it. And I'm really annoyed about this because what I want to be doing is getting into the pro bending arena. I do not want to be late for the championships, and I want this done as soon as possible.
Yeah, because everybody knows that if you're not on time, you have the worst seats ever. And there's a big chance if you're late that you get a very bad place in there.
Not happening. Not happening. We're gonna get this deal done. It's gonna get done, and I'm gonna be making sure that the pressure is on this person to sign on the line.
Okay. Then we have Baku. Tell me.
So I think because it's going to be quite popular, I imagine there's going to be quite like huge crowds and stuff, and he's trying to sort of like he's basically also like escort. So he's trying to escort this sort of like this little old man, sort of around the stadiums and stuff. And I think because he's got all that kind of like sort of like martial artsy kind of training, that he kind of uses it to sort of like like push people out of the way and sort of like flit through the crowd so they can kind of get to where they're going without too much of an issue.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Get some merch, get some, I don't know, badger dogs. I don't know what they have.
Oof, good question. Okay. Well, then we head on to, I would say Ara, but Ara has issues finding her way into the city, I guess. So, Jan, you head up to the Agrarian Zone, towards where you need to go. And
I think that's not helped.
Yeah.
But now we've got 6.
Well.
Okay. Let me kill that. I thought, yeah, there we go. Sorry. Yeah. So I'm walking and I'm walking down through this. I think I'm in my early 20s. So I'm kind of annoyed, and I'm walking along this path. And down this road, and there's people all going in the other direction, and I know where they're going.
Yep. And
I know what's happening. And I have to get to this farm on the outskirts, quite close to the wall, speak to this person. So I'm looking for them. I'm looking in the fields to see where they are. And there's a huge number of people still working in the fields. They've got no chance of getting away for it. And I look at them, and I just kind of laugh at them. I don't feel particularly sorry for them. I just kind of know that soon they're going to be working for me. They're going to be working for my family. Hey, she's back.
Yay!
And I see this building, and that's where I need to be. So this building's in front of me, and I'm just getting ready to go up the steps and into there to confront, and I sort of sort myself out, make myself look presentable, and I knock on the door.
Okay. No answer until now.
And I'm cursing. I just curse. I'm just like, damn it, where are they? And I go around the side of the building to see if they're like out the back, and I walk around the back of the building.
Yeah, you see, once you walk around the building, you see like an old man, the early 70s, like working his grains and everything, and you see some children running around as well, just helping out, and just his sons and daughters. Everyone is helping to get the harvest done for a few months now, until the winter actually hits.
Yeah. So I attract your attention. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, but I am looking for Mr. Biensen. Is he? Do you know where he is? He's supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be meeting him. We're supposed to be signing a paper. Look.
He comes up to you and he says, "Yes, that's me. What's up, Sonny?"
Right. I've come from Calliope. She's told me that you're ready to sign. I need you to sign this bit of paper. We're going to take over your land. We're going to make sure it's okay. We're going to make sure it's fine. We're going to look after everybody. We're going to look after the work that's done. We're going to make sure that all that you are looking for is going to be dealt with. You just need to sign this bit of paper and it'll all be taken care of.
I thought that you were coming next week.
Well, would it make a difference? What's going to be happening next week compared to this week? You know how much money we're offering you. We know that you're going to be set for life. You know that that's going to happen. All that we need here is a signature, and that's it. That's all I have to do, and you won't see me next week, and you won't see me the week after.
He takes the paper from you. At least he tries to take the paper from you. And he walks towards a small table towards the back of his house, actually. And he says, wait here. And he walks inside of the house.
Yeah, I follow him.
With the paper in hand.
Yeah, I follow him.
And once you actually come into the house, you see it's like really let down. It's like flowers, dead flowers, everything. It's like he's not coping with like a loss of a family member. So he's also like trembling all and shaking and everything when entering the house. Then he actually sits down.
And I look around and I see this and I don't care.
Okay.
I'm just looking at him. And is there anybody else in the house with him?
No, he's only he's alone. His sons and daughters didn't follow him into the house because they had to work.
Yeah, so I'm just walking and I respectfully walk up to him and point down with my finger at one of the bits that he's not looking at yet. And I say, you see here, this ensures that your family will be working on this land for the next 17 generations. At least. It allows you here to nominate somebody to be a representative, and we'll help you and look after you.
And without actually reading, because he's distracted, he signs the papers.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
And
Mr. Benson, thank you.
And he gives the paper back, thinking that he actually signed everything, but
so I would be checking it. Yeah. And has it? Yeah, he signed. I look at it. If it's okay, then I'm looking at it and I'm like, excellent. And I'm like, right. It's a pleasure. And I look around at the flowers. And as I'm walking out with the signed papers all properly signed, and I know what they should look like, so I'm happy with that. And I just sort of say, I'm sorry for your loss, and then just walk out.
Okay. Then we are going to Minerva. So, before you broke off and went waterbending somewhere, you were talking about your mother's name?
Oh, no, I figured out the friendly nomad's name.
Okay.
The mother's name.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't quite figured that one out yet.
Okay.
But the friendly nomad who is helping me learn merge the techniques.
Mm-hmm.
I've got his name as Aklak.
Okay. Would you please type that in the chat?
I've literally just got that off the list out of the book. But
Okay.
Aklak.
Okay.
My name's also from the list out of the book.
That's just that is a nomad, I guess a leader from the nomads.
Back.
Okay. And we call that is a major NPC as well. So okay, cool.
Yeah. I'll need to think of mother's name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll spend more time on that one.
There we go. Okay, cool. And the reason why are you in the city?
Oh, sorry?
I think we already talked about with your tribe traveling to the city.
Yeah.
Because as you can see on the map, there is actually a way for you to go into the city on a boat or using the train or anything. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we could have just come across, probably come down from the north into the city, via the rivers.
Okay. Cool. And once you go to the city, you hear, of course, about Cora and everything around her, around the festivals and everything. And as time passes, you all like gather at the pro bending arena just outside before heading in. You see glimpses of bowling, you see glimpses of General Han, you see glimpses of Mako walking around. And we see Jolong actually trying to push himself through the crowd, but it's such a big happening that it's very hard to get through it. Because you have you also see Tenzin and his family like working around just to I guess, yeah, Tenzin is still alive. You heard stories about Tenzin as the leader of the air nomads.
Damn, he should be old by now.
He's old, isn't he?
He's very old. He's very old.
Already in his 60s, I believe, when he was training Cora.
Yeah. He's very very old. He's not even like Milo is there as well. Like you heard stories about a kid. And
My favorite of the kids.
And Janora and Milo, of course, yeah. They all are there to celebrate what is happening with Cora and everything around it. And
those kids should also be in their maybe late 30s now.
Yeah, I think so. I think Milo is about 30 years old now.
Yeah.
Still an airbender.
Fartbender?
A fartbender.
I love that about Milo.
Yeah, so they walk around there. They have their honorable seats. They have their own spot in the arena. And the festivals are about to begin actually. So everybody's like trying to get you in and into the arena. And they actually start pushing you in. Like, take your seat, otherwise you're out of the arena, you're not getting back in. Just a random guard there.
Find a good spot.
Yeah, go up the steps quickly and rush through the crowds, trying to just step through a few people just to try and get in a little bit quicker, a little bit faster.
Hey, watch it.
Come on, take him away.
Hey, stop pushing.
But come on, just walk a bit faster, will you?
I need to get to the specific guy over there.
Come, look, there's too many people here. Just get a move on. I'm trying to get through. If we don't get in soon, we're not going to get some decent seats. Come on.
It's like, hey, I'm walking here.
I'm just pushing in, trying to get past them, but I'm not able to. They're not giving ground. Everybody's now at the point that everybody's kind of walking at the same speed to try and get in.
Yeah.
I just a big sigh as I resign myself, and I just kind of let my shoulders just slump a little bit, and I'm just like plod.
I'm getting a bit angry, and I'm starting to show a little bit flames out of my nose and mouth.
Hey, no firebending inside. Only in the arena.
And how can you hold the bending games if you can't bend inside?
Only in the arena. Go sit down, son.
Come on, just cool it, Dragon Nose. Just cool it.
No need to make a scene. Everyone else is in the same boat. I mean, that'd be quite a great way to meet everyone. Just have one person in the crowd having a little tantrum, and everyone else is like, just calm your tits.
Yeah.
Fun way to meet each other. I think I was like, yeah, why not?
I guess we sit down. Do we sit down in a row? Are we all next to each other? Then is that what's happened? We've all kind of gone in and
it
moved.
would be fun that we are now all.
Yeah, it's like you're in not in the same row, but in the same block, I guess.
All right, so
yeah,
somebody's. Yeah, excellent.
I'd love it if Kenshin's just so slow that, like, if it was like a cartoon, like one of the animated episodes where it takes him like 5 minutes to shuffle across the seats, like very, very, very slow. And you could just see Skun's character in the back just getting like almost purple in the face with just frustration. Oh no, I forgot my hat.
Excuse me.
You see Kenshin walking back. It's like,
oh no.
he has like he has his ticket in his hand, but he's not very good with numbers on his age anymore, and he's actually walking to another block.
Just trying to rein him in.
While I'm sitting here in this block, I keep scanning the entire arena if I see General Han.
Yeah, you actually see him. If you keep scanning, and I guess that is a perfect way to, roll focus.
First roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. Needed to put a cat away. Let's see, my character sheet open. Sheet Jolong and focus roll.
Because you're really focusing on if you can see him.
Ah, miss.
You thought you saw like glimpses of him. You know how he looks, but trying to scan the area, you lose him. You lose the sight on him. And let me, because everybody's seeing everybody now, let me do
And the only one I see of the PCs is Baku in the actors list.
Yeah, I'm busy.
Yeah, but I saw Baku all the time.
Oh yeah.
It's because you're thinking about him all the time. Like, who is that remarkably attractive man in the crowd? He's hot.
No, I'm the one that's hot. I'm the firebender.
Oh, you're the one that's hot.
I think you see all the characters now, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see 4.
Yeah, cool. So, and after you try to find General Han, you actually don't find him, and the shows are actually trying to start up slowly. There's a giant cloth over a giant statue in the middle of the arena. and there's actually an arena built around the statue. There's more. There's not your typical pro bending stage actually. So let me go and activate this one as you are actually in the pro bending arena. So what once was the, as you can see on the picture on the map, oh, now I closed down my own thing. That's not, that is not the way. Do I close it down? Damn it. My bad. Once you actually see it, it's not your typical arena. It's all about Korra. You see flags of Korra hanging around on the edges. You see Bolin. You see everyone that was in championships years and years back. They're actually there as well. And as the festivals are starting, they are announcing that the almighty Bolin, the funny guy, is actually walking on stage together with Mako. You all remember how they actually look, but it's all like they're like 70, 71 years old at the moment. And yeah, the announcer goes like, introducing Bolin and Mako. And everybody starts to applaud and
Scream.
and as they announce that the tournament is starting, and they are actually looking for a new avatar, and they haven't found him or her yet. And you hear in the crowd, you hear stories like people talking about, huh? But Korra was alive, right? So where's this new avatar? So why is there no legend to hunt at the moment?
Maybe there is no avatar.
Maybe. But there's always an avatar because the cycle hasn't ended.
I just say, hey, it's gonna be an earthbender. Can't imagine that. Fantastic. Looking forward to it.
Well, we
Probably
heard
from my family.
We heard the
Probably
stories.
gonna be somebody.
Yeah, we heard the stories that there should be a earthbender avatar, but we can't. They can't find it, so now we're here.
Well, that's kind of logical. I mean, Korra just died, so the avatar just got born, still a baby.
Well,
Yeah. Easier to track down that way. They can't outrun you.
there's one in a block just outside of where you're saying is a freaking baby. What the hell?
What do you think? Do you think the avatar's born? Well, yeah, and I just
You really think the avatar's born before the old avatar's gone?
I don't know. Korra changed things.
I've got a bit of bread that I've picked up on in a meeting. I just take a bit and I just lob it at him. I say, "Shut up!"
Hey, he is not Spider-Man, okay? So don't throw bread at him.
It's like who throws bread in this day and age?
And you see guys actually standing up after you throw the bread at them, and Kenshin actually walks back and looks at them, and they actually go sit down because Kenshin is pretty well known master in Bossing Say, and they actually go sit down because they don't want the fight with Kenshin because they get the shit beaten up. And as everything goes, Bowling walks off and Mako walks off, and you see both teams actually walking on stage. Everybody cheers, and some boos here and there. It's like the real match. That's
yay for the Fire Ferrets, boo for the Better Moles.
Yeah, and I think we will leave it here for now. As we agree.